Alright. Are we live? Wow, there's already one person here. Okay. So this live stream is going to be a little bit different. I have two announcements to make. One of which is my shop will be closed as of today, and it'll reopen. I don't know when it's going to reopen. I'm going to be gone for most of after today at school in the summer. I'll probably open for a brief period of reimbursement or of rapid repairs and stuff starting from August 4th back into September the 1st. So I'll be doing rapid repairs, and hit me up, or send me an email, notification, or anything if you need any computer repairs around the New Jersey area. And I do computer repair and most electronic repair. So now they have that out of the way. I'm gonna start off by doing the one thing you're not supposed to do, and eat on stream. And I'll give a brief update as I am eating this pretzel. So right now we have the frame for the drum. This is what I was referring to in the last part of the video, where we put in one motor. Most of this I had to do really. You know what? I'm gonna eat later, because I'm not really that hungry. And I just I worked out a few minutes ago, and I don't think that's healthy. I'm gonna put on Track Train Play, like I always do. Alright, I'm gonna wait for Penny to finish talking her bit. Alright. Sorry. Whoops. My camera keeps on falling. Alright. Okay. Alright, drop the stream, and we're good. Alright. So, we have a couple things today. We're going to be installing a few parts. This one is some propellers from Beta FPV. Now, I want to do a quick test and see if these propellers do fit into the motors that we have right now. And the motors that we have right now, which are the ones I'm referring to, are these ones. Oh, there we go. Whoop. Alright. I'm gonna try and make them all yellow, because that's the thing that I do. So let's just make sure. Okay, they go in. The pinholes are the right size. Just gotta make sure. Yeah, there has to be a certain gap in between this frame that I printed out, so as to not mess it up. You can see from the bottom, it's really bad. Like, the plastic really melded together, and this is like really not good structurally anyway. Oh god, now this is gonna be a pain to get out. God. Oh well. If I break one propeller, is that okay? Whoop. Alright, I got it out with no hassle. We're gonna leave this propeller over here, and we're gonna put these propellers away. And we're gonna keep on following that make.com magazine. I have my soldering iron right here. Boop! I touched it. Oh, I'm not burning in flames. Haha. It's off. It's off. I very much either need a knife, so I'm gonna use some wire cutters. Whoa, wobbly. I'm gonna use some wire cutters. Whoops, sorry. I'm gonna use some wire cutters to even out the edges on this. I don't know if you guys can hear me through that. Alright. It's supposed to be background music, not that loud. Jesus, Jamie, good job. What I'm doing right now is making it so that the tolerances are good. I'm trying to even out the metal, because a lot of the times when you solder, see a giant metal piece just flew off. A lot of times when you solder, you get junk just stuck on the tip of the soldering iron. So you either need metal to do that, or in other people's cases who actually have money, this is just the poor man's version of it. But yeah, what you usually do is once the tip of the soldering iron is actually heated up, you would put it into some sort of either solution, or you'd put it through like some random, like, there's a gathering of yarn, not really yarn, that would light on fire easily, but just a gathering of stuff that isn't really flammable. You would dip it in there, just like kind of tap it, unless if you're stabbing someone like a shank, and then it usually, not all the time, takes all the stupid crud off of it. But you can see right now, it's a lot shinier than when I had it at before. This is incredibly dangerous. Don't do this. Like, honestly, don't do this. I should be wearing eye protection, but because it says specifically wear eye protection on my wire cutters, but you know what? I'm that little edgy guy, and I don't want to wear eye protection. Ugh. Alright, so my soldering iron is pretty shiny right now, and that's all that really matters. Whoops. Alright. Okay. That's all that really matters. So I'm just going to put them here. Get my mask on. This is an SAS safety core, if anyone was wondering. I know I always wonder. Like, I always wonder where people got their gas masks from. I just like this one because it's really small. We have to finish soldering on some motors. After we solder on these motors, we'll figure out how to fit this on through here. And if I can just get out the magazine for you guys. Hold on. I have to move a ton of stuff. My shop is not very good. And if you're wondering, yes, my shop is my room. I have a permit. It's supposed to look like this. Forget her. No one cares about her. She's from China. Not to say that people from China aren't cool. People from China are great. You know, fun fact, you know what people who work on electronics call stuff from China? We call it Chinesium. But we never say it to a Chinese person's face because we know that hurt their feelings. But it's amazing what you can get from China. That's why I love China so much. But anyways, the drone is supposed to look like this. So we already have the hatch put in place. We need to put in the camera, which we'll do that later in a different stream. But right now, what we should be focusing on is placing the frame. So it should go like this. Alright, yeah, so the motors are going through these little slipped holes right here, of which the propellers would be on top, and then it would elevate itself from the ground. I'm just wondering how we would do that right here. Perhaps like this. I think it was like this. Or we put this under, and then, oh well, I'm kind of just winging it right now. I don't really have a particular plan except for the one that tells me in this magazine. So we're just going to wing it from there and see what happens. I don't know what happens. I really don't know what happens. Okay. So we have motor 1 and motor 2. Let's go do that right now. We have to go cut and strip some motors, which I have in this amazing anti-static bag. I don't know if you were wondering what a safety hazard I had right there. I had this soldering iron right in my lap. You know what that does? That can light you on fire. Don't ever do that. And then I also have like my the thing that plugs into it, like hanging over an air conditioner, which is actually one of the safest things you can do because it really heats down the metal that conducts it. So I actually did one thing right today. Another thing that I should do right is not use my hand for this one. I should use these. That's why I brought these. You know what would be really cool? These are magnetic, so I can just like, yeah. I really should get a helping hand. Not like an actual person to help me, but I would never do that. But what I mean is, there are these things that are magnifying glasses, which also double. I'm going to put them through the Rubik's Cube, because I'm holding this whole camera up using a Rubik's Cube. There is I also have to put this away. This thing is incredibly meltable, which is, I guess, an adjective that you could say. Um, what it does, really, uh, is just this giant heap of flammable plastic. If you zoom in really close to these parts of the plastic, there's pieces that are, like, kind of melted and falling off, and then that one I just flicked away, but I'm really scared at the structural stability of this. I'm not sure. I'm not confident that this is going to work. I'm not. But it looks very cool, so I'm going to do that. And I might have to take a drill to these little points right here, and I'll do that later on the stream. Or maybe I'll do it today. I have to take a drill of this exact bit, drill it through this, or just take my soldering. I have some screws that I have to use to get these things here. There's an alternative of putting in what is it, a necktie, a V-tie? I don't know what that is. Whatever, it's those types of things and then attaching them onto the drone. So anyways, we're going to put this away for a second. And, just going to solder these. These things have, what is it? These little connectors. We don't want those. We want those to go away for the rest of, eternity. So what we're going to do is, like we did last time, and clip them off. And then afterwards, we will start soldering. Whoop. That's a connector that's on the floor, and I'm not going to get it. This is always the hard part, because my wire cutter is not built for these, these really small wires. So I really have to be careful about this. I already cut this down to almost like 1/8 of its length. Oh no. Alright, I really have to be careful about this one. So I'm going to do one wire first. Okay, and then I'm just going to slightly bend it. So I just want the little sheath to come out. Ugh. That's really tough, man. Alright. Okay, I made a little incision. Hopefully. Cut through that. This is very stressful. Incredibly stressful, even. Oh, God. Ah, come on. There we go. Yes, I got one connector off. The sheath is off. That's good. Now I gotta get this one, and we'll be fine. I was really scared because I thought it wasn't going to cut, but I didn't have much to worry about. You know, I should really turn on my backlight. There you go. There we go. We got a backlight now. Alright. Alright, so we have a little bit of the sheath out right now. Each time we got 14 minutes. Yeah, I'll try to do an hour-long stream, because I really want to work on this. Alright. Alright, let's get this piece. No! Oh my god. I cut the whole thing off. Damn it. Damn it. And this part is like getting really loose, so I have to tie this up. I think what I might have to do is, damn, that's not good. This is not good. God damn. Damn. I really just did that. Before, I didn't really have a problem with the length of it because I just cut the cable so easily. But now, I don't know why I'm having such a problem getting these cables sheaths out. Really just... Oh, okay, this one is coming out. I think I can just pull this off. Alright. Yes! Alright, finally. That was really... That was actually really scary. I did not think that, I would get this out. They're pretty off in length. Pretty off. But that's okay. They're not too off. If one was like a full centimeter off, we would have a problem fitting them in exactly. But since they're not that far off in length, we don't have that big of a problem when it comes to that. So now we're going to get to the fun part. We're going to start soldering this onto board M2. Do I have M6? I only have M4. I only have up to M4, so I have M1, M2, M3, and M4. I could attach a 5th and a 6th motor, so you know what I am going to... Wait, do I even have a 6th plate for that? I don't think I have. No, I have an option on my board for a 6th, but I'm not going to do that. Alright, so we're going to get out our soldering material right now, and if you remember from last time, as I explained before, soldering material is material of metal that you heat up and then you put it on boards to create connections. That's pretty much how you do that. Alright, we're going to plug this in dangerously, very dangerously, like incredibly dangerously, like this falls off. Alright. So now you have a soldering iron that is hot, and if I touched it, I would actually die. Great. I love having things that could kill me. Alright, so I'm going to check the wiring for this and check which one's positive or negative. So, red and blue go like that, and then white, that would mean white is the positive, I believe, and black being the negative. Alright, not that bad. So what we're going to do right now is we are going to start twisting these wires as my iron is heating up. The reason you want to twist any type of wires is because wires oftentimes either break because of their fragility, especially these ones. Sometimes you can do them by hand, sometimes you can use pliers, which is what I was doing a second ago, but I saw that one of the cables kind of broke, so I just went back to doing it by hand. So you kind of do have to twist them, and on top of twisting them, once you finally twist them to the point where they have friction, you can just hook them. So that's what we're going to do right now. Folks get round in the sunshine. I love having like 0 viewers. It's quite humbling, really. Can you imagine those people who get like millions and millions of live viewers? It's insane. Alright. Alright. We have the hooks on right now. I can feel the heat of the iron. So we'll get started. So let's check the wiring once more. And yes, indeed, we have M2. So right now, I'm just trying to hook it in lightly. And what we're going to do is we're going to apply Flux again. I really wish I had gloves. That would make this way safer. And I'm just going to apply it a little bit onto the board. We could dab it on. Oh, whoops! This almost fell off. We could apply it onto the board using our Flux tool. And our Flux is a little bit dirty, so it may hinder some stuff. Just a little bit. You don't want to put in too much Flux onto a circuit board, because sometimes that burns the other components out, and especially on a board as tiny as this. Anyone who's ever worked on a MacBook will tell you that if you put too much Flux in one area, you'll short out the entire MacBook. Alright, so now we have my soldering iron. Let's get started. Okay. Can already see the smoke coming out. Okay. Got it. Alright. That was the positive side of the motor. Now we're going to solder the negative side of motor 2, or as it's called in the schematics, M2. I really like my soldering work today. My soldering work is really good. Sometimes you have a good day where all your soldering material is like perfect and there's no like impurities or anything. And there's just some days where it's like all like garbage and nothing works. That happens to me sometimes. It really sucks. Alright. I gotta move this rubber band out of the way. I have a rubber band like right on the connector for this. If I don't move that, it's gonna like burn it out. Okay. Whoops. I really have to twist it. If you don't twist it, you really get stuck like that. I can tell from the perspective of the camera that it looks like the soldering iron is impaling like the right side of my right hand. Okay. I'm gonna bend this again. Alright. Whoops. Alright. Whoa, this really bends the whole thing back. Yeah, there's a considerable difference in length. Maybe I should solder a connector to that. Yeah, we'll figure this out as we go. Okay. Just gotta get it in there. Alright, we got it in there. Let's apply some Flux. Alright, so we have some Flux right here. Okay, we got the Flux. Let's go. Compadres. Whoop, got my little Flux bottle stuck right here. Whoa. I heated up the rubber band, and the rubber band exploded on my face. So now there's nothing connected to it. Yeah, the rubber band just exploded. So everything's like off now. It's okay. I have the motors. The board is really hot, but that's fine. I have to go find another rubber band though. I think I have another rubber band. Hold on. I have another rubber band, so I'm just gonna go have to buy one or find one later on today. I just noticed it's not connected to anything. Interesting. Interesting what you see. Well, my phone almost landed on the soldering iron. That would have been an unfortunate thing of events. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to prepare for some more soldering joints and apply Flux to motors 3 and 4, excuse me. So I'm going to dab that. dab a little bit right here, dab here, and dab right here. Okay, so as you can see, we have flux applied where it has to be applied, so that's good. Okay. Now you have to perform the same thing, but for these ones. I'm a little bit scared. Okay, so if I hold it like this, I'm just putting it in the same way that the schematics are showing me. So if I hold it like this, and then the clockwise motors, which are the red and blue motors, these guys, what do they do? This goes on motor 4. So the counterclockwise ones, which are black and white, these guys, this one goes to motor 3. Okay. Yeah, so that would be motor 1, and this would be motor 3, that makes sense. And then white goes with red. Alright. Good. Now we have to follow procedure once again and clip off these connectors. Okay, gotta be really careful with this one, so I'm gonna try and use my finger to crisp the... It's always so uncomfortable doing these types of things. You can never get them, like, perfectly cut. Whoop. I don't want to cut the whole cable, you idiot. I'm talking to myself at this point. That's how stressful the situation is. Damn. This is really hard. Oh my god. I think I might have just not cut in enough. That could also be a problem. It could either be that my sheath is a bit too thick on the counterclockwise ones. Maybe. I'm trying to do as light a cut as I can. Oh god. No! Well, shit. Now I have to cut the whole thing. Yep, that's another connector gone. Alright. So, guess we have to be very extremely careful with these ones now. I say as I cut like 1 millimeter off. Alright. Okay. Did I actually take the sheath off of that one? I hope not. I'm just trying to... Oh god, this is so difficult. Oh god. Alright. Okay, so what... Whoop, I dropped it. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do one cable by one, because I think I'm kind of messing myself up by doing two. Dude, this is so stressful. Okay, I think I might have got it. Alright. really hard. Can't see the cable really well. Alright, I cut a little bit deeper. Don't want to cut too deep. That's what she said. Ah, well, shit. God damn it. Keep on clipping. Too short. Now it's going to be as stubby as this one. Don't even know if they can make it. No, now I want to see. If I put this here. No. If I put this here, would this make it? If I put this here, would this make it? They'd both make it. They're both decently adept. Yeah, they're the right size. They both would fit. Okay, so I have one more shot. One more. Just one more chance to try and get this counterclockwise motor to finally get it. I'll put the music up a little bit more. If you just tuned in, the reason I turned up the music is because I'm having some really hard time trying to get the sheath out of these cables, and it's really killing me. Like, actually, I'm having such a hard freaking time trying to do this. God damn. Trying to make a crease. Og solder. This is for copper. So many different holes that do so many different things. That's what she said. My lord. Just break open or... Oh, yep, I think I got a hole. Yep. Alright, I almost got it. Whoa. God damn. Alright. Jesus Christ. Alright, I saw the wiring. I don't want to use the wire cutter, so I got it. Yes, I got it. This is a really good thing, but now I have to do it to the white cable now, so oh god, I have to do this all over again. I still have one more motor to do, so I'll probably finish these motors and then end the stream there. I have to make sure that it's perfect. Okay. So, yeah, I think I found the way to do this, like, perfectly without risking too much, you know, length of loss on these cables, if anyone's still there, um, is that cut into the sheath a little bit, then, once the sheath is perfectly cut, just pull it out. Once the crease is there, just bend it in half a couple times, and then you have it. Now I have it. The only problem with the reason that there are too many strands is because, like I'm doing now, I'm twisting it, but I wouldn't have to twist it if I had cut really closer to the connector, which is this little component, this one. If I had cut closer to that, the strands would be thicker. They wouldn't be as thin as if I've cut, which is what I'm cutting right now, the middle of the wires. They wouldn't be as thin and as fragile as this. Okay. Okay, so now we're going back to soldering. Put the wire cutters away. Okay. Okay, so now you have to hook these in. First one that we're going to hook in is the white one. Alright. Okay. Let's do this. Oh no, I have to be really careful with this. Good.
That was some new stuff from HM Surf, which I've been hanging out for, so I'm super stoked he's uploaded something new. Beautiful.
Damn it. I have to put more flux in now.
Is this exquisite nightcap from Arbor called...
And my backpack fell.
Thank you for listening.
Gotta dab on.
Next Monday.
Move this iron. I have to dab on some material. Put this here. Get back to soldering. Whoa. Nope, this is what you don't want. It's a giant blob of metal. Come on. There we go. I got it. Please make this clean. You son of a... Oh my god. If you just fried this... You little piece of metal. It threw... Honestly, I threw it. I'm just gonna close and bridge all these connections now. That was such a pain. This is gonna make this like 10 million times more difficult now. Because I just bridged a couple connections to capacitors, and if you know anything about bridges and how you're supposed to walk over them, well, this bridge just walked over me. Metaphorically and physically. It's the same thing that happened to that motor up at the top. Basically what happened was that I was getting the metal out because it went from my iron while I was heating it up through itself to the... Shut up, Penny. It threw itself through the other side of the motor capacitor and then just stayed there. And then I was heating it up and heating it up and heating it up, and then nothing happened. And so now I have all this junk. It sucks. God. Oh, I like this track. Yeah, this is really not good for me. Yeah, that O.J. Simpson thing, that was like years ago, but Damn, people will really do anything for virtue signaling points. Yo, I got metal stuck to my shorts. Whoa. Well, these aren't shorts, these are sweatpants, but I guess that's just how life is now. Wait, I think I can rip it off with my sheer strength. Nope, I can't. Well, that just happened. I fused metal to my sweatpants. God damn it. God. Got it off. It was this. This is probably part of the piece that flew off of my iron. Oh, God. That thing was stuck to my shorts. Yep, and that ripped a hole. Yeah, that metal was so hot it ripped a hole in my sweatpants. And there's still also a piece of metal that was... Oh, it was stuck to my thing. Oh, well. That's not my problem now. I think I'm going to clock in this next motor and then call it a day. Alright. Just hook it. Remember that you always have to hook a motor. Never, not ever, hook your mom's motor. I don't know what I just said. Disregard that. Soulja Boy is so old. It's so likable. Alright, perfect solder. Alright, so I'm just going to do a quick test right here. Let me just push this down because when I was soldering, that rubber band just like flew off, it disintegrated, and I've never seen it again. But these are 3 motors so far. I have the frame right here, which I'm going to leave right here on my desk, and I'll do another live stream finishing up this part, but I have to go. But thank you for tuning in. As a reminder from the first point, my repair shop is closed as of today, and probably won't be open anytime soon. I'll be gone to school in Massachusetts, so I'm not going to be here. Alright? It's been cool. I'll still do these live streams over the summer, hopefully. And oh my god, I got metal stuck on my antenna, but it's okay because I can take it off. Anyways, yeah, my shop is going to be closed. Summer vacation. I start school in the summer, though, so that kind of sucks, too. Yep. I'll make another live stream, and I'll finish up these motors and attach the frame on in that one. Alright? See you.